Have you ever noticed how some people seem threatened by your growth? Even when you haven't done anything to them, they sense something inside you, a power you may not even fully see yet. And instead of celebrating it, they try to pull you down to convince you that you're wrong for standing tall. Why does this happen? What is it about your strength that makes them uncomfortable? Today, we're going to uncover the hidden truths of power, control, and presence, and why the moment you stop seeking approval, you become untouchable. Your true power terrifies them. There are people in your life who don't want you to realize your full potential, not because you don't deserve it, but because once you do, you can no longer be controlled. Think about the moments when you began to change, when you stopped being easily influenced, when you started saying no to things that no longer serve your growth. Suddenly, you noticed a shift in how people treated you. They became uneasy. They may have tried subtle comments, awkward remarks, or even outright criticism. They didn't dislike you because you were wrong. They disliked you because you were no longer predictable. You no longer fit the mold of someone they could manipulate. And that is terrifying for them. True strength doesn't scream. It doesn't need to demand attention or validation. The moment you become calm, composed, self-assured, and stop chasing approval, you're already more powerful than most around you. And even before you realize it, some people sense it. They see the independence in your eyes, the way you carry yourself, the fact that you don't need them to survive. That's why they try to shake you. Have you ever felt someone subtly trying to diminish your confidence or make you doubt yourself because of your independence? That's exactly what this is. Your presence speaks before you ever say a word. There are two types of power in this world. The first is loud, forceful, demanding attention. People who try to prove their importance through noise, gestures, or status. Then, there's the second kind, the kind that cannot be ignored. The kind that walks into a room and shifts the energy without a word. This is the presence that terrifies others because it cannot be manipulated. Think about it. Someone enters a meeting, a social gathering, or a negotiation. They say nothing, yet all eyes are drawn to them. Not because they demand respect, but because respect is instinctively given. Others pause, unconsciously sensing the authority, the quiet confidence radiating from them. This is real power. It does not need validation. It does not ask for permission. And for people who have spent their lives seeking approval, this is threatening. Your calm confidence, your unwillingness to conform, your ability to move through the world without bending to others' expectations, it unsettles them. They can sense it before you even fully recognize it in yourself. And when they realize they can't control you, they react. Some will admire you quietly. Others will try to break your composure. They will test you, challenge you, even subtly attack you. Not because you did something wrong, but because your strength exposes their weakness. Have you ever walked into a room and noticed that people subtly shift around you, unsure how to act? That's the power I'm talking about. A person who needs no approval cannot be controlled. Meet David. David loved art, creativity, and music. But in his environment, such passions were dismissed as hobbies, not careers. People told him to get serious, to follow the safe, socially acceptable path. For a while, he doubted himself. Maybe they were right. Maybe he should conform. But then David made a decision. A simple but radical decision. He stopped asking for permission. He stopped seeking approval. He chose to trust himself. At first, the road was difficult. Late nights, small commissions, countless hours of learning. But he persevered, and eventually, the same people who doubted him began to admire him. Not because he sought their respect, but because he believed in himself. This is the essence of freedom. When you stop needing approval, no one can manipulate you. They can no longer dictate your choices, your confidence, or your actions. You step outside the game entirely. Ask yourself, how often have you held back because of fear of judgment? How often have you silenced yourself, dimmed your ambitions, or played small just to avoid someone else's disapproval? Today, that ends. Control yourself, and they cannot control you. Life is full of tests. There's an unspoken game of control being played all around you. Someone insults you. Someone tries to provoke you. A colleague pushes your buttons. A stranger online hurls anger in your direction. The moment you react, you give them power. The moment you lose control, they win. True mastery is recognizing the game for what it is and refusing to play. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength." Control isn't about who shouts the loudest. It's about who remains unmoved. It's about mastering your response. Silence, calm observation, and measured action are weapons that few wield effectively. Imagine a heated argument. One person rages, the other listens composed. When the calm one finally speaks, everyone recognizes the authority in their words, not because of volume, but because of self-control. That is power. Your silence is their nightmare. Manipulative or insecure people fear silence. They panic when you do not engage. Your silence exposes their own weakness, their own insecurities. Think about it. How often have you seen someone try to bait you, only to fume when you refuse to react? They were counting on your response to feel in control. When you withheld it, you left them powerless. Silence is not emptiness. It is presence. It is strength. It forces them to face themselves. Let them scramble. Let them react to their own insecurity. You've already won by choosing not to play their game. You've already won because you stopped playing their game. Many people spend their lives chasing recognition, climbing social ladders, buying status symbols, competing for approval. They are trapped in endless cycles of comparison and judgment. The moment you stop seeking validation, you step out of the game entirely. You become untouchable, not because you defeated anyone, but because you no longer participate in their system of control. True power is not in showing off, arguing, or seeking dominance. It is in claiming your freedom. It is in choosing yourself. You remind others of their weakness without saying a word. People often attack you not because of you, but because of themselves. Your discipline, focus, ambition, and independence serve as mirrors, reflecting the parts of them they failed to cultivate. The coworker who mocks your work ethic, the friend who dismisses your dreams, the family member who calls your success luck. All of them are reacting to their own insecurities. Your existence forces them to confront what they avoided. And that is powerful. That is why they will resist, criticize, and try to drag you down. But their discomfort is not your responsibility. Your growth is your focus. Respect lasts. Popularity fades. Popularity is fleeting. Respect endures. A true leader, a strong individual, does not bend to be liked. They stand by their principles, even if unpopular. Think of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, leaders who were admired for their wisdom, integrity, and discipline, not their charm or popularity. The world rewards those who act with purpose, those who hold themselves to a standard of excellence, those who do not compromise their values for temporary approval. You are the storm, not the shelter. Many people spend their lives avoiding conflict, seeking comfort, and shrinking to fit in. But safety is an illusion. The world rewards action, impact, and strength, not hiding. You are not meant to conform. You are not meant to blend in. You are the storm. You are the force of change, the presence that cannot be ignored, the energy that disrupts complacency. Stop shrinking. Stop apologizing. Step fully into your power. Move with purpose. And realize, the storm does not ask permission, and neither should you. Conclusion. Claim your power. Power is not something you ask for. It is something you claim through self-mastery, restraint, presence, and action. Stop seeking approval. Stop justifying yourself. Stop playing games that were never meant for you. Become unreadable, unshakable, untouchable. Walk with certainty. Let your actions speak louder than words. Expect resistance. Expect doubt. Expect attempts to pull you down. But understand this. Every challenge, every test is proof of your strength, even if you haven't seen it yet. Have you ever realized, in a quiet moment, that you no longer need anyone's approval? That you are free to define your life, your rules, and your success? Share that moment in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else to step into their storm.